Good evening, everyone. Welcome to PWOnlyIAS. Please confirm whether the audio and video is clear. Sane, Srihari, Saida, edit with me. Good evening, everyone. Nirupama, good evening. I'm fantastic. Thank you for asking. Tejaswini, Mohan, Deya, Chaitana, Arya. All right, people. See, basically now this entire session is about how to prepare for UPSC, especially let us say you are having 2 years time at least with you. Minimum 2 years time, how will you prepare? That is the core part of our discussion today. So without wasting any time, let me introduce you to Pinnacle 4.0 batch for 2028. That means your entire curriculum will be spread across 2 years. And in 2 years time, you can cover this entire syllabus of UPSC. Mind you, optional does not come under this. Batch price is 14,000. Batch starts from 1st September 2026. That means just another couple of weeks. That's it. And what and all we will cover here under Pinnacle. We will be covering GS and CSET classes, daily prelims plus mains questions, answer writing, class notes, weekly current affair classes, which I'll be taking again, and then doubt solving session. These are the things that you are going to get from the batch. Apart from that, if you are going to take select 360 features, you will get access to, now this is like a add-on which you'll have to pay separately. You'll get Nishchay batch by UPSC toppers, one-to-one mentorship. That is the main highlight of this. One-to-one mentorship you will get. 22 UPSC Wala books, hard copies, answer writing plus evaluation, test series, UPSC Khazana. UPSC Khazana, like I have told you earlier also, it simply means you get access to the classes taken by faculties, other faculties of the same subject. So if you're not comfortable with a certain faculty, you can go and access the same lectures given by other faculties. And last but not the least, NCRT recorded lectures. This is Select 360 features. If you take it, then there is something called Select 360 Pro. Along with all these features, you also get what? PWOnlyIAS Officers Back Kit, UPSC, CAPF and NABARD's recorded classes, because this simply means you get access to Plan B. You also get access to EPFO and RBI Grade B classes. Apart from that, you have PW, PI, OTT platform again, where if you want to upgrade your skills, etc., that also you can do from here. Clear, people? These are the features. When it comes to faculties, again, if you see, we have Abhishek sir. I will be taking polity, governance and internal security. We have Harpreet sir will be teaching geography, environment and disaster management. Ranchan Kaul sir for Indian economy. Manjeet sir for CSAT science and tech. Shruti Sharma ma'am for essay, ethics, integrity and aptitude. These are our faculties. Why PWOnlyIAS? Now many a times this question comes to us, PWOnlyIAS, what are your results, where are your results, etc. See, the fact is we have results. To name a few, Pakshal Secretary Abhishek Jayan, Chandan Vai, Pavitra Mishra, Abhishek Singh. These are all from our batches. Alright. So, how is this entire scenario now? The entire scenario has been distributed in such a way that it is not rushed. You will have ample amount of time to prepare. So, if you actually look at it, in the initial 6 months, you will have foundation where NCRT static books will get covered. Then advanced plus optional 6 months, CA plus answer writing, revision test, prelims mains. Now NCRT plus static books, when you say, that is how you're supposed to start your preparation in case you're not taking up Pinnacle. If you're not planning to take Pinnacle, how you should start your preparation? From here you can start. NCRTs onwards. This is a question which I get very frequently, how to start. Now, will NCRTs get covered in Pinnacle? That is the other question that some of you might be thinking. See, reality is most of the faculties would have already inculcated at least 50 to 60% of NCRTs most important points in their lectures. Getting the picture here. So, it will be already covered. But Let us say you are totally fresh, you cannot afford 14,000 rupees, you want to do self preparation, you are in your college, you want to do it silently, you don't even want to tell it to your family. Start with NCRTs first. NCRTs plus static books. Static books means those books which are like permanent. Say, for example, Lakshmikant for polity. All right. Then the following 6 months, you can start with your optional plus PYQs. So the static portions you have covered 6 months, and in another 6 months, you cover your optional. Optional also, when you are doing it, ensure that optional when you take, you are taking something which you are interested in. And preparing for any optional, the idea is very simple. Go through the PYQs, find out the questions which are most repeated or the topics which are most repeated, and prepare on them. The following 6 months, you can start focusing on current affairs and answer writing, because now you are done with what? Now you are done with most of the syllabus. So the remaining 1 year that you have, you should actually focus on current affairs, answer writing, followed by that mocks plus fast revision, then the exam sprint. Exam sprint simply means rapid revision. Got the picture here? That means 6 to 7 months, pakka if you see, 6 to 7 months before your prelims, you should be only doing what? Mock tests. You can revise your mains notes, whatever answer writing practice you have done, that you can revise. Maybe 1 or 2 hours you take for that, just revising your own handwritten answers. Mains answers I'm talking about. But from December or something onwards, go for mock tests, keep solving them. Don't worry about the score. Look why you got an answer wrong, why an option was correct, and keep doing. And whatever you don't know, give value addition to it. Don't worry about what was your all India rank in that mock test, what is your negative, what is your, how much score you made. What really matters is how many questions you got wrong. And if your negative marking in total should not be more than -10. Keep it in mind. Anything more than -10, it's bad news. It means you are unnecessarily attempting questions which you have no idea about, and you're unnecessarily taking risks. Because when I say a -10 mark, it means you got 15 questions wrong and you deduct that, that is 10 marks. That is how you get -10. In other words, when you're doing your mock tests also, the main idea is your negative marking or your wrong questions shouldn't go beyond 15. Beyond 15, you're not supposed to take any risk. Got the point? Clear with this? Now, basically, again, let me give you an idea. So, we will be covering the syllabus almost on this basis. Probably, let's say, based on the availability of faculties again, September to November, we'll be covering 2 subjects. What you can do if you're planning to do self-preparation is, you can also do the same thing. Start with history, start with geography. So, history and geography are 2 subjects where it would be preferable if you start from sixth standard NCRT onwards. This will give you better clarity, better idea, understanding, etc. Clear? Followed by that, December to January 2027, we'll be covering science and tech and polity. You can also cover it the same way. This also you can start from NCRTs again. Basic NCRTs 6 to 10th. For science. Polity, again you can start from 6th standard. Once you're done with this, 6 to 12th you're done, then start with Lakshmikant. Here, history again, Abhishek Srivastav sir's book is there. Which covers ancient plus medieval history along with art and culture. That book you can get. Geography, multiple sources are there, but you may go for a safe option, TMH, Tata McGraw-Hill publication. That is a pretty decent book. Science and tech, particularly, you don't have any book as such, because whatever book is there, it can only give you a basic understanding. For science and tech, always the best sources, start with the PYQs, plus follow the current affairs. That will be the best thing to do. Followed by that, you have economy, international relation, and internal security. Now, economy is something which, again, many people ask which book to follow. Market, there are many books, but the problem with those books are they are pretty bulky. So this, again, what I would suggest to you is, yes, start with your NCRTs first, definitely, especially 11th and 12th. Indian economic development, microeconomics, macroeconomics, cover it first. Once you're done with that, it is again current affairs plus PYQs. Each term, each terminology, note it down. Each important discussion, whatever is there, note it down. International relation and internal security, again, these are two topics which are mains oriented. So your basic bread and butter will come from PYQs. That is GS2 mains and GS3 mains. See which are the questions or topics that are repeatedly asked. Prepare on them based on the latest current affair. Clear? Then comes environment and disaster management, society and justice. Again, two topics, all these topics again. Prelims PYQs, mains PYQs, current affairs. These are the best sources for it. Alright. Essay ethics. Very last only. This better start doing it. Essay and ethics, it is better to start doing it at the last for the simple reason that by then you would have covered. You will have a fair idea and fair knowledge about most of the subjects. So you'll be in a better position to understand things. Alright. If you are planning to do self-preparation again for ethics, there is Ethics, Aptitude and Integrity by, I think, one Mr. Balaji IAS. That book you can follow. It's a pretty decent book. Some people do suggest lexicon, but I find its writing to be a little too, complex. So only if you need it, go for it. Otherwise, Balaji IAS is a pretty decent book. Ethics, Aptitude and Integrity. I think it had a black background cover and golden color font or something. Now I don't know whether the latest edition how it looks, but yeah, go for that book. That will give you a very good idea. Clear? So this is it necessary to make NCRT notes? Just underline it within that book only. If you plan to make, there is nothing wrong. But I would suggest to, if you are not having a textbook with you, if you are reading a soft copy, then go for making the notes. If that is not the case, if you are having the hard copy, means underline it there and read what you have underlined repeatedly. You are in 12th commerce. 12th commerce, why you want to start? Finish your 12th with proper marks. You need to enter into a proper college. Padma, see, toppers can say anything. See, once you succeed, right, people can talk anything that they want and everybody will think that is the gospel and ultimate truth. There is nothing like it. There is no such thing. It is all about your individual effort. There are people who have prepared this exam within 1 year and cracked the service also. Getting the point? It all comes down to your upbringing, how sharp you are, how aware you are about already the existing things. Most importantly, how good is your answer writing skill? Because this exam just comes down to that, your answer writing skill. See, prelims, there is some amount of jugaad. There is some amount of luck is involved. What mental state you are in on that day, it is there. But when it comes to mains exam, it is pure skill. Pure skill and hard work. You should be able to understand the demand of the question and you should be able to address it. So if there are people who are very good at answer writing, but they are very weak in MCQs. But there are people again who are very good at MCQs, but very weak in answer writing. So this happens. So it all comes down to that and your individual effort. So you cannot put a tagline for it. But comfortable preparation, if you ask me, 2-3 years. Comfortable in the sense you have a job, aram se do it. 2 years. Because self-preparation, the problem is that you will have to take that whole responsibility of taking the book, reading the question paper, understanding the pattern, preparing your own notes and all of that. You take up a Pinnacle batch means in 14,000, your notes gets delivered to you, your classes gets delivered to you. Even if you're not able to attend the live class, you will be able to attend the recorded class. That's the bottom line. Completing UPSC syllabus is equal to knowing India in every sector. That is true, Jagdish. I am JE aspirant. Should I give little focus here? Why? IIT JE became that easy or what? Or you are having that much amount of time? That means you are not focusing on your JE preparation also. That is what it means. See, 3 hours for physics in the morning, 3 hours for chemistry in the afternoon, 3 hours for maths in the evening, 9 hours goes there. And you're not putting 3 hours for each of these subject. I don't see why, I don't know how are you planning to crack IIT JE. Smiling Buddha for pain. How can I be more serious? Why you want to be more serious? Serious you will become once you are in the hospital. Through NCRT. Finish your course, merchant navy and all. You finish it first, get into a job. Then you can think about getting into Pinnacle. See, this obsession about getting into this UPSC at 21, I want to get into 22. Don't do that thing, please, people. At 21, 22, your first and foremost priority should be financial independence first. You want to pursue anything in life, do it with your own money. That is the first and foremost thing to do. Because all these are like zero-sum games. There is no guarantee about these exams. Now, CAT has come with a very scathing criticism of UPSC's prelims question paper. Central Administrative Tribunal. So, we never know what can happen with any exam in this country. So, for all purposes, let me tell you, first get into a job. Parallelly do whatever you want. PYQs are your bread and butter. Whichever exam you're preparing in India, if you have not analyzed the last 5 years question paper, you're doomed. Guaranteed you're doomed. Because it will be almost like you are walking in the dark, not knowing what to do and what to prepare. Choosing your graduation, Jallu, that is something which you have to discuss with your family. Please, not with me. Yeah, you can use it in state group exams also. There is nothing wrong with it because I'm covering the newspaper. September to November, then you can go for CSAT and other leftover topics, whatever value addition that you have to do. CSAT, again, let me tell you, one of the most important thing that anybody should remember is, if you have attempted 30 questions pakka, 30 to 35 questions, you are very sure you have attempted it, this is very, very correct, means stop right there. Don't pursue any further. Because CSAT also, most people, what has happened is, why they are not clearing is, they try to attempt 70 out of 80, which will only give you more negative marks. Especially the comprehension section, etc., has become so difficult and tough to interpret that if you take the comprehension questions to 3 different academies, they will give 3 different solutions. Getting the point? So you can not actually expect that by attempting 70-80 questions you are going to clear, because all you need to score is just 66 marks for your CSAT. So why you want to take that unnecessary risk of preparing too much? MR Brushpen, when you come to the interview level, we will see. First prepare, clear the mains, come to the interview. That time we will guide you. Don't worry about it. November onwards, prelims oriented preparation with revision and tests exclusively. That is when you will also do, previous year questions of prelims. So already PW's book is there of last 35 years preliminary question paper analyzed topic wise. Those of you are planning to do self-preparation, please get that book. Because that will clearly tell you which are the topics which are very, very important in each chapter, in each subject. So that is something which you can do. Clear? Revisions and tests, PYQs of prelims you must do. Revise them thoroughly, including the wrong options. Along with that, do the mock tests. Don't simply go behind the score. The main point of this is analyze every option. How much dedicated months required to get a job if given 100%? That and all will depend upon you, not upon me. BSc Statistics, it is possible. I cannot guide you for anthropology. Anthropology is not my optional. My optional is public administration. Moga Vignesh Duresami, go with PYQs first. You are talking about this mixed topic and all. It only goes on to show that some one question will be there. And that you are worried about. There are 99 questions there which are like very specific. Topic wise, it is very specific. So don't do that. First, do what is repeatedly coming. See, people who ask me doubts regarding PYQ, sir, how to analyze PYQ, how to analyze PYQ, I know for a fact that they have never opened the textbook. They have never ever seen a last 10 years question paper. They have not seen it, kept it parallelly and see subject wise. So modern history, 2025, what was the question? Modern history in 2024, what did they ask? 2023, what did they ask? That is how you're supposed to do the analysis. You're too lazy to do that. Get the PYQs of prelims. PW. Book is available. Buy that. When you are doing your attempt for UPSC, in your first attempt, give your full dedication, everything for UPSC. Once your first attempt is over, and then you're not able to actually, if you don't clear, that is when you should start thinking about other exams, getting into a job, all that. Twelfth standard, again. Same questions. Praram English next batch start. So far, I don't have any intimation regarding it. Just start with answer writing. That's it. It is absolutely possible to crack this exam while you are at work. Please understand that. This has been created. See, this is the myth that has been created by the so-called coaching industry. No. You should only sit and study. Because that will create that fear, right? Because, oh my God, others are studying 24 hours. I am only studying for 4 hours. That is not how this thing works. This is basically about how effectively you are utilizing your time. Very few people are there who can stay completely focused from morning till evening. But otherwise, if you generally see, many people get burnt out after 2-3 months. They get fed up with the whole syllabus. They get fed up with the whole process. Because you're not doing anything other than sitting and studying. And your exam comes only after 1 year or 2 years. So for 2 years, can you just lock yourself up in a room? Don't do anything. You won't be able to attend a wedding. You won't be able to attend any function in your family also. Because everybody will be asking you, hey, what are you doing now? What are you doing now? So all these are unnecessary headache. You have a job, small, big, doesn't matter. You can afford everything. You can actually fund your own studies, fund your own expenses, everything. You liked a good cloth, you liked something, buy it. You want to gift your dad something, gift your mom something, do it with your money. Do all those first. Experience all those good things in your life. Then you do whatever you want. This whole thing about not at all working, that you have to stay unemployed and highly be dependent on your family when your father is about to retire or your mother is about to retire. I mean, I don't know who made that rule. That when it comes to government exams, you should be a burden on your family. Don't do that. First year, okay. 1 year you are taking a break and you are doing it. I agree. But after that, please move on with your life. Keep UPSC on a parallel track, or whichever exam it is, keep it on a parallel track. And then do whatever preparation you want to do or whatever you want to pursue. That will be communicated to you once you enroll for the batch. Anything is fine. Prepare for SSC, prepare for UPSC later. All that is fine. Too many questions and almost the same thing. Spammers are there again. May onwards, mains oriented answer writing and tests. And that will be it. May means obviously after the prelims is over. This is the general idea. So once again, I will sum it up to you. If you are planning to take up the course, need not worry. You take up Pinnacle. We will take care of the rest. You're planning to do self-preparation. Within 1 year, finish off all the NCRTs plus static subjects. Then you're optional. Answer writing. Then prelims PYQs plus mocks. This is the roadmap. Yeah, you can crack it. Or IAS fraud. Nothing like that. Frauds are there in every field. If you are planning to become a fraud, then you will become one. That's it. Any other questions, people? I'm not giving any individual guidance as of now. I don't have the time for it. How solve with CA for Praram 2029? How to solve current affairs PYQ? I don't understand your question only. CA for Praram, weekly questions. I have enrolled. See, weekly questions of Praram will come from multiple sources. I am only teaching what is there in Hindu. There again, I have told you, and multiple times I have told again, don't go by how much you're scoring in that test. This is not some kindergarten or graduation level preparation that you're doing here. If you score 50% in UPSC mains exam, you are in the top 10 ranks. 50%. So your main idea when you get those current affair based weekly tests is that you keep updating yourself. Okay, these are the new topics. Only attempt what you know. That's it. Only take calculated risks. That is the purpose of those tests. You have to study every NCRT book. Just start answer writing. There is nothing called how to start. Just prepare and write. UPSC along with MBBS, how to manage? Manage it. What else to do? See, when you decide that you have to take UPSC, what will happen? You will have to reduce on your pleasure time. You will have to give at least 2 hours every day. You will have to do that. So you will have to find the time for it. I don't know what are your hostel times, what are your class times, nothing I know. So you will have to manage it accordingly. Repeated question. Yeah, you can buy mains analysis book. Lakshmikant is enough for polity from a prelims perspective. For governance, which largely comes from for mains, for that you will have to literally go through the current affairs and as well as the previous year questions. Master relevant subject as an option is better. That depends upon you. It is left to you. There is nothing called better or worse. Are you interested in the subject? Then choose it as your optional. Just because you have that as an optional, that is, there are some of my students were asking me, sir, shall we go and take MA in PubAd? I asked them why. They said, no, it will be easy for my optional. I said, then don't do it. MA for PubAd, that is different. There you have to write pages and pages. The more you write, only then you will get the answer. You will get the mark. UPSC's demand is totally different. UPSC will give you 2 pages to write 10 marks. Within that 2 pages only you are supposed to write. So please understand that difference very, very clearly. In colleges, if you write the way how you are supposed to write for UPSC, they are not going to give you marks. Same way, the way you write for college, if you come and write it for UPSC, you are not going to clear the mains exam. So be very, very clear about it. Option after BSc Agriculture. I have no idea. I mean, agriculture related, so many organizations are there in our country. So try to get into one or the other one. Please inquire with your college also what are the job opportunities. 1 year coaching does not contain any NCRT classes. See, NCRT classes does not come to you separately. Be it in Titan, be it in Pinnacle. NCRT classes are there separately only for the Praram batch as of now. NCRT you want, then you can take Select 360, where you will get access to NCRT recorded lectures you will get. That you can take as an add-on, and that you will get. 10th grader, if you are in 10th standard, please sit and study. Don't waste your time in YouTube. How to write better? Keep writing answers. That's it. How to clear the basics? Start from NCRT. Simple. Again, the same answer, Tejaswini. You want to do SSC, UPSC, then your degree. I mean, don't you think that is a little too much? For Staff Selection Commission, you will have to literally prepare English and Maths. For UPSC, you will have to literally go through options, GS, everything else. Decide your priorities first. It is very easy to say, I want to prepare for this, prepare for that. It is, once you enter into it, only you will understand how difficult it is. It is not at all easy when you're doing your graduation and then prepare for a competitive government exam. So please understand that. See, initial days, what I would suggest is write those answers which are like simple and easy. Like Harappa civilization, or what is the Advocate General of India? What do you mean by justice, liberty, equality, fraternity? To write those simple answers first from each paper. Simple, to the point, direct questions. There you don't require answer writing skill. That you write down first. Then you can move on to the next. NCRT, if you are not planning to take any coaching, means start with NCRT. Then go for standard book. Biggest regret in your UPSC prep when you got into interview? Not practicing means answer writing. That is the regret. Kept on reading, kept on studying. I don't have any idea about book list of PSIR. My subject is public administration. Arey yaar, auntie is fine. Chodo abhi. Sociology is a good optional if you are interested in it. I have told this multiple times, there is nothing called as a best optional. An optional is best if the student is interested in it. And if the concerned faculty also finishes that subject in a given time, then it is good. How to learn things easily? Anything you want to learn, nothing is easy. Guitar, if you want to learn, initially holding it, you may find, this is nice, this is easy. Initial chords. But as you progress and go, the hold becomes difficult, the strumming becomes difficult. Everything in life is like that. Initially, it may all look nice, but then comes that one phase will come where you keep trying, but still it is not easy for you to learn it. You'll have to keep practicing it. You'll have to keep putting in hard work. So there is nothing called as learn anything easily. Those things are all created by these Insta influencers, etc. Learn get a 6-pack abs within 1 week. In 30 minutes, get a 6-pack abs. All that. Anything that is worthy of pursuing will take time, will take effort. Everything is tough. State PCS is tough. SSC is tough. UPSC is tough. CDS is tough. IIT JEE is tough. NEET is tough. Because in our country, what you have more is population. So any exam you take, the success rate in those exams all the exams in India are less than 5%. In UPS, it is less than 1%. So you cannot give such guarantees and all. Alright, too many spammers now. It is becoming very difficult for me to read it also. So that's it, people. For those of you who are looking for other details, the last Titan batch has already we have already launched it for this year. That is for those people who want to give their attempt in 2027. It will be a very, this is especially for the people who are full-timers. You will be having a very hectic schedule. Don't worry. Optional. at least with your optional, at least you will have at least 2 or 3 GS classes, at least 4 classes in a day you will have. You will have to work very, very hard. You have time with you, then go for Pinnacle 2028. 2 years time. You are in college, or even if you are, in the first year of your job, etc., you want to take things a little slowly, go for Praramb. Praramb is for 3 years. So that will start with, in the first year it will cover only NCRTs. Second year it will cover the GS subjects. By third year, GS plus optional. Third year, CSAT, something like that it is. I'm not really sure, but yeah. The highlight about Praramb is that it will cover from NCRT to your optional. Everything gets covered here. It is entirely included. Titan and Pinnacle, you will have to take the optional separately. That is the bottom line. Clear? This is 1 year, this is 2 year, this is 3 year. This is how it is. Fardeen, if you are distracted and you are not disciplined, means you have a lot of time in your hand. Go get a job. That is the only solution. Why do we get distracted? When we don't have any commitment. I am also more or less that type of a guy. If I don't have any class, I am damn lazy. I'm very, very lazy. But if I have back-to-back classes, I'll be very alert and very active. So it all comes down to that. You don't have anything else to do. You're only sitting and studying from morning till evening. It is very difficult. It is very, very difficult to stay focused or stay concentrated. So if you are finding that difficulty, my only suggestion to you is go get a job. When you have many interests, what will happen? You will become jack of all trade, master of none. How to understand? There is nothing called as how to understand. This is very, very absurd. I'm going on getting such questions. How to understand, how to write, how to read, any short trick. This is adults' game, people. This is literally adult game it is. You have to understand, you have to take your time, you have to put in your effort. There is no shortcut to this. Alright, there is no shortcut, there is no quick, instant gratification from this. Most of you who are from Gen Z will find it difficult because you're all used to that. Instant things. This is not that. This is a long drawn out game. So until and unless your life is not busy, you are not putting in that effort, this is not going to be easy for you. Pabad book list, Prasad and Prasad, Avasthi and Maheshwari, Fadia and Fadia. Those books. NEET UG aspirant. What tips can I give you? Sit and study biology, chemistry. What else is there? Physics is also there for you guys. 3 hours each. Go by the previous year questions. See which are the topics which are repeatedly asked. Keep studying them, revising them. In tests again, like I told you, find out where you went wrong and then write it down. That is called value addition. Then move on. If you are taking up the coaching, then ask the faculty. Ask the faculty which books you should refer. Whether the faculty's classes are enough or they should refer anything extra, all that. I can only vouch for my subject. For polity, I generally say stick to my notes and current affairs. And if I say, okay, read these chapters from Lakshmikant, only read those chapters. Because I would have already covered what is there in Lakshmikant, I would have given it in my notes. That's it. Okay, too many questions, people. I'm calling it a day. Take care.